Somebody scared me in the nurse's station last night too. They were in there and I didn't see them. And then they kind of like got into the like the light, the shadow of the light, and I'm like, oh my gosh. You guys can walk down like the 400 wing and the 200 wing if you want.
You guys can look at it.
But like I said, all the rooms are identical.
This feels like a fairly modern-ish building, and
Yes, it was built in 1980s.
yeah, I was gonna say something that would have been around when I was a kid. Like this feels like a hospital
Yeah.
when I was young. One of the bigger people.
So when we get ready to go into the dining rooms of Adams Hall and the nursing home, you will see signs that says no coats are to be worn in the dining room. That's because when the residents that lived here would wear coats, they would stick anything and everything in their pockets, including forks and knives, which was a safety issue for not only themselves, but also the other residents. My husband worked in the nurse's station for 2 weeks, and he says, I cannot work there no more. He goes, I cannot stand them screaming. And it's not that he was being mean about it, it's just that they would literally just sit up here at the nurse's station and scream.
Crazy is crazy does.
Yes. And more being That's what they've done to the building.
What's the ghostliest thing you've seen here?
We'll stop right here.
How about the sign right here? Did you see this one?
Yeah.
So, me and my oldest son were in here cleaning up all the porcelain from the toilets and things. And we were then down in room 412. And I was then picking up the porcelain, and he was standing in the middle of the room. And all of a sudden I heard like the curtain that goes around the beds. You could hear it, just the squeakiness of it. And I'm like, Christopher, stop messing with me. And he's like, Mom, I'm standing right here. He was in the middle of the room. No way that he could have reached either one by the time that I had got out of the bathroom. Then we come in here, and when I get ready to do paranormal investigations, I always do a B-roll. B-roll is kind of like, I come out, I take photos, I take videos, small video clips, so that when I get ready to do my YouTube video, that it's ready to go. Kind of like, this is what we're getting ready to do next. So I was in room 412, and all my partners were like down here at the nurse's station. And as I put my backpack back on, something had tugged my backpack strap. So I'm down there in the room 412. I do not have a quiet voice. I'm like, where's everybody at? They're like, we're all down here waiting for you. I'm like, okay. Well, when we come back in September to investigate, her and I'm like, I have to go find out what's in room 412. It calls me all the time. Why is it calling me? So I'm like, we're going to go investigate that room by ourselves, which we had 2 guys with us in the nursing home. But we went down there, and before I go in there, I look at her and I go, we need to check underneath the bed. And she looks at me like I'm crazy. And I kept on telling her, no, we need to check underneath the bed. There's something, there might be something underneath the bed. And she's like, why are you saying that to me? And I'm like, I don't know. But then I had a small crew the other night, and he's like, can I use my ghost hunting tools? I'm like, sure. It don't bother me. He was just on his phone. And as we're walking back from room 412, coming down the hall, it goes under bed. And I hadn't said anything to them about underneath the bed. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I've had my leg grabbed and everything, we had their footsteps, and then they were touching it. It's room 412 is really weird.
So
over
where's
there.
412?
Yeah, that hallway
Well, let's
down
go to
through.
412.
Can we go there?
Yeah, we're going to go down here.
You're gonna talk about it, I might as well
Oh,
see
why
it.
not, right?
Yeah. Oh, I just like left everybody. I'm so